morning, America. My name's Hallie, and today on Spencer's fan page 101, we're talking about containment. Containment was the attempt of the United States to prevent communism from spreading outside of the nations in which it already existed. So do we agree with this policy? Of course we do. I'm going to turn it over to Alexis to tell us why.
Thanks, Hallie, for that amazing introduction. Now we'll talk about two main concepts that are connected to the origins and implications of the containment policy. The first one is the Marshall Plan. The Marshall Plan was made up by George Marshall. He feared that communist revolts would occur, so he proposed that the U.S. help the European economy. He offered huge sums of money to enable the economies of Europe to rebuild after World War II. By generating prosperity, the appeal of communism would be rejected. The Soviet Union prevented Eastern European countries from receiving American money. The second one was the Truman Doctrine. It promised that the USA would support free peoples who were resisting subjugation by armed minorities of outside pressures. It was triggered by the British initially to hold the line in Greece. It was followed by aid to Greece and Turkey and also money to help capitalists to stop communists in Italy and France, and it signaled the end of the isolationist policies. Now to Hallie to talk about more information.
Thanks, Alexis, for that wonderful information about the Marshall Plan and the Truman Doctrine. In order for the U.S. to succeed, we needed friends, one of which was Europe. The U.S. sent loans for war debt, supplies for war, and things you would do for any friend to Europe. Having this relationship with Britain and all the other Europe countries helped the policy of containment by having a stronger militia against communism. Now let's talk about the communism in China. Communism in China was the leading role in the domino theory, something that the U.S. wanted to stop. The U.S. foreign policy was set in place to try and delay the growth of the economic and politics of the Chinese population. The U.S. wants China to have a weak and divided political system. However, the U.S. claims that they have no such thing as a containment policy, and they want China to succeed. So let's turn it over to Jake to talk about some more things on containment.
Thank you, Hallie. Today we're talking about the Korean War. The Korean War was fought between North Korea and South Korea. North Korea being aided by Communist Russia and China. South Korea was aided by the U.S., Australia, England, Belgium, Canada, France, Greece, and several other countries that I cannot name. The war was fought for about 3 years, starting in June 5, 1950, and ending in July 27, 1953. The war was basically a civil war between the North and the South, both sides trying to unify the other half of the country. North Korea was trying to unify the South to become communism. The South was trying to unify the North to become democracy. In the end of this war, nobody gained or lost any land. It was basically just a bloodbath. To this day, there's still a high tension border between North and South Korea that is just a no man's land. You cannot cross it. They will shoot you if you cross. We went into this war trying to help stop the spread of communism, known as the domino theory. The domino theory is basically, in essence, is if one country falls to communism, other countries around them will also give in. So the U.S. was trying desperately to stop it. In the end, we did end up stopping it because of Senator Joseph McCarthy. He helped fight communism back in the homeland by having a list of over 200 people that were all accused communists in America. He had several trials prosecuting many people and accusing many people of being guilty. The guilty were sent to prisons and not killed, and most of them were not really communists. They were just people who he thought were communists. All right, thank you. That'll be all.
So now you probably have a little more information on why containment was a good thing. Thanks for tuning in on Spencer's fan page 101. Catch us next week when we whip into World War III.